Give me a sec. I'll be right back. Huh? What? You're saying that, mate. Look at mine. Fuck me. Whew. Paradise.
I've totally been muted the whole time. Mistake. You're so loud though.
I'm loud.
We're good. Don't touch it.
I'm loud.
Oh god. Rip headphone users like myself.
Is it better now, Mr. Krebs?
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Can you feel me now, Mr. Krebs?
Oh, I'm still like not even prepared, but I'm prepared at the same time.
I'm telling you, man, this is going to be the most disorganized we've ever been.
Definitely, dude. Definitely.
I'm outside, man. Like, outside show.
This thing, man. This thing right here. I don't know if anyone's there. Hopefully there's someone there. Anybody? Anybody out there? What's up if you are watching? How's it going? There's supposedly 3 people watching. Tom. Tomas. Tommy Tippy. How's it going, Daniel? How you doing, man? What are you vaping on, my dude?
What am I vaping
Did you
on?
just get food delivered? Damn, Sophie, you're such a good wife.
Sandwich. I'm vaping on the Warlock Peas himself. I've got the Gen 3 with the Recoil Rebel, and I've got the Endo with the Mod Father.
Dude, that lighting just got 10 times better. It's like it just got sunny all of a sudden.
With the lips and drips.
Oh, yeah.
Cooper Cake, and basically all of them.
Goopy Cake. Well,
alright, your turn. Fish boy.
I'm waiting for things to charge. So, Tom's now off camera so that he can eat. Because unlike me, he doesn't wait till the end of the show, and also he's not muted so everyone can hear it. So, I got the Rofvape Warlock Peas as well. Little bit of packaging right there. These things are actually pretty good. We will go into those into the show. In that, I have some Black Note Solo. We're not going to talk about it, but it's good. Yeah, we'll talk about that on next week's show because we do have a little something planned. Also, what's up, Johnny? How's it going? Running the Pulse Squonk 2700 mode with the iJoy 2700 in there. Well, I just forgot the Recoil Rebel. Fuck, man. Recoil Rebel, and in there I've got some Poet Maple Tobacco. This stuff. Really good. And then, last but not least, I am waiting for batteries to charge, but it's not going to show up on the screen because I'm using a green screen. But this is, in fact, a Wismec Gen 3. If the green screen was not on. With the Amit on top, it looks black as shit. That's kind of cool. This thing is pretty much my daily driver at the moment. And in there, I've got some Hasselhoff, the very last of my Hasselhoff. You will be missed. That stuff, man. I can't get enough of Hasselhoff. I've even put some in one of these pods as well. Flavors neck level. Hey Abe, how you doing, beautiful? Johnny, things are good, man. Things are good. I'm pretty fucking tired. I know Tom is too. He's just moved house.
Mental shit, man. Mental shit.
This thing, I can't get over it, dude. Honestly, like, this thing makes the IKEA look average. Even the MyJet. This competes with the MyJet for me.
See, the thing I like about this, which would be the same theory for the Moja anyway, is that you could have set up. You could have several different pods with different flavors, and then you can swap pods whenever you want. You don't have to drain the tank. You don't have to clean
Re-drip.
everything. You don't have to have your coil basically
Bone dry.
mutilated with different flavors along the way. If you want one flavor in there and have another tank with a different flavor, swap it halfway through, you can do. It's brilliant.
It really is, dude. Other big thing I do like about it is this. If I can get the
I
base
was about to say that.
Oh, wrong way. There we go. No
USB.
freaking cables. None.
And it's double-sided as well, so you can plug it in either way.
So if it's 3 a.m. and you're putting it on charge and you're half pissed, you just push it in and it's going to go in either way.
2 amp fast chargers as well. It's weird. I hold it like a mech. I'm like tempted to push the button on the bottom, but
Wait, is it actually 2 amp fast charge?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Because
I
I've been
believe
charging it on a 2 amp fast charge. Yeah,
'cause
I've
mine
been doing
charges
this
in, like,
too,
10
dude.
minutes.
yeah, dude. I'm like, where's the button? No.
And then I started doing this,
No, that's just.
and that
that's
feels
just
so
lame
weird.
cam.
Damn, Tom, that bed. Sexy ain't seen it. Dude, I'm working on it. Come on.
Yeah.
No shave November since November last year.
Since November 6 years ago.
We will touch base on these very soon. But is there anything new, Tom? Anything new you've got in front of you?
Nah.
No, nothing. Fuck. You talk about the lips and drips. That's new since we haven't done a show in 2 weeks.
So, I got sent this by Jamal, my boy Jamal from Vapourium. If he's out there, I love you, bro. It is the cupcake. No, you don't. I love them all. So it's quite a nice juice. It comes in a nice cardboard packaging, which I don't know where it is because of having moved. But it comes in a real nice box. Then you get the bottle, obviously. Duh. Unicorn bottles. They're not. Oh no, they are. They're licensed chubbies. Oh mate.
Wait, they actually have the little monkey on the.
Yeah.
They got Harambe.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Harambe.
Vape out for Harambe. In terms of flavor, it's kind of like it's different depending on the devices you use, obviously, like anything else. But you really get that kind of frosted, icing on top of a cupcake, which is really nice. Yeah, it's really tasty. It's not for everyone, and it is fairly sweet.
Yeah.
And I'm not one to like sweet juices, but I can't stop vaping this one, so obviously it's doing something right.
Where's that bottle? There's that bottle.
It's full of flavor, man. It's real tasty deliciousness. It's best vaped warm and not cold.
Yeah.
If you vape that stuff cold, it tastes like nothingness.
See, that's the same I found with. I just had to grab the bottle because I am vaping it. The Poet stuff. I found that cooler. Yeah, you get a little bit of flavor, but when you wake it up to like 100, 120 plus, you get some fucking next level flavor.
And that's the same for the bourbon spice roll from Poet. You have it on a normal device, and it's like, okay, this is all right. You have it on a series device, and the flavors just come right out.
See, that's what I haven't tried yet. I want to throw some of that because I've only had it for a couple of days when I got the pulse delivered. I want to actually throw it on a series box and see the flavor change. If you can't tell, kind of digging tobacco flavors, which is a good little segue for next week's show. Just a small little segue. Also, kind of do have to say a big thank you. Cody, Vapourium, and the Vapourium team. You know why. These things right here were gifted to us by them, as well as what we are reviewing on next week's show. So, if you guys are a part of the Vapourium page, go say thanks to Vapourium for this. Damn it, Tom, stop making me jealous of that beautiful sunset.
Well, the garage isn't set up quite yet, so obviously, as Cam said, I've moved houses. And in this house, I cannot vape. So the plan is to set up the garage proper studio style,
Yep.
have a green screen and all that stuff, and the Vaping Iwi will be back to how it was about a year ago, with both of us having green screens and stuff.
Pretty much a year ago,
That-
yeah.
Yeah, that, and I'm going to be getting better internet than I was at the old place, so we should be coming through clearer, cleaner, and in theory, if my internet's as good as they say it's going to be, I'll be streaming the show again, which I'm happy about.
Which means we can have a decent layout instead of my face being covered by chat. Dave, what's up, dude? How we doing?
What's up, Dave? What's up, Abe? Sorry, I
I
didn't
had to
shout you
pull
out,
this
Abe.
out. I had to pull this out because I've been loving. Tom remembers this box. Tom sanded this
Too
down.
much.
Auckland Vape Day last year, not this year. Last year, our first actual
Was it? Yeah,
long weekend hangout. You know,
together.
I am also vaping a new juice. Saw it at work and was like, "Fuck yeah, it sounds delicious because it's peanut butter and jelly." Lunchbox by
PBJ.
it's by a company called Next Day. Like they obviously manufacture it for what's a company called Simply Southern Vapor. The shit's delicious. I will have to send you up some, dude, because I think you might like it, even though you're not a big peanut butter fiend.
Yeah.
It's different, man. Oh my god, it smells so good.
What does it taste like? Knuckled.
There you get like a nice like throaty peanut butter and then a smooth jelly jam kind of hors d'oeuvre coming through.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's knuck it.
A hoarder.
Damn, that peanut butter
Tastes
is
like-
strong.
Tastes like peanut.
Yeah, it's like a straight up whatever the peanut
What's
liquid concentrate. Tony, what's up, dude? You haven't
What's
missed
up,
much.
Tony?
You haven't missed much. We're actually
Mitch
it's quite a chill show tonight.
it's quite a disorganized one.
Yeah, disorganized as shit. Fuck.
Yeah.
Like literally, this was thrown together, like right now. Me and Tom talked about it briefly last night, but we've both been flat neck with what we're doing in life at the moment.
So tired, man.
I don't know where.
This is going to be a fairly short show as well.
Oh, there we go. This is what I've been working on, just for you vape fiends out there.
Oh, mate, you got to send me some.
This right here, so that dark chocolate in the center is actually infused with strawberry and vanilla
Concentrate.
ice cream concentrates. I am working on something with, dare I say it, Vapourium. They are sending me up some concentrates to do my end of year project, which I also need to remind myself to message Cody because I need to get the MSD certs to prove to my head chef that they are food grade. But yeah, that's what I've been working on. I know Tom's been moving house and all that. Where is Tom's green screen set up? In the back. Dude, mate. Tom's not green screened. He's in carry, my dude.
Nah,
I'm in paradise, mate. Look at that shit.
Alright.
Look at that shit.
One second.
Look
I
at
got
that
it.
view.
oh, no, it's fucking the lighting.
Oh.
No. Computer says no.
How we can do this? Let's roll that down.
No.
And we're going to move that up here. Sorry, I just had to move the chat whilst live on the show, because that's how we do it on the Vaping Iwi. If you guys do have questions about any products that we do own, please feel free to actually throw them up, because this is a pretty relaxing show, and we're just chilling out with you guys. What's up, Vaughn, Fleur? It is actually quite delicious. I took it to work today because I was like, you know, we're all vape lifers at work, or relatively vape lifers. Let's see what they think of it. Pretty good, supposedly. I hope they won't lie to me.
Are you peeing in your mouth?
I am totally peeing in my mouth right now.
Yeah.
Okay. let's cut to the chase. So Vapourium sent us these to do a little bit of a product review. It is that time of year, obviously, where a lot of cigarette smokers are contemplating the inevitable, you know, the price of cigarettes going up again, New Year's. And we both thought, why not do a mouth-to-lung device? I rang Cody at the Vapourium.
Another one.
And said, dude, what have you got? So next week we will be reviewing tobaccos from Black
Technically,
Note.
no, you didn't.
No, Cody offered
Technically,
it.
Yeah, technically you wanted to do something different. Everybody's seen all the juices that exist out there. The one thing that we've never talked about ever throughout the duration of our show for the past year or so is tobacco flavored juices. So
I wasn't meant to
as
show this
Cam's
on
holding-
show, but Black Notes. This is next
No,
week.
you can show it. You can show it. We just can't talk about the flavors yet. That's all.
I mean, I'm vaping on the menthol right now, which is called Solo. I'm not going to talk about it, but I've kind of become a menthol fiend as of late. Going over the Rofvape Warlock P, or the Warlock P, whatever you want to call it, is made by...
Warlock peas in his mouth.
It is made by Rofvape, but the Warlock range. Thomas, have you got your sauce?
No, I don't.
Okay. So, shit, wrong hand. I hate it when I do that because they're the exact same shape.
You can see the USB through the
But
casing, so I don't know how you get
I'm
that mixed
special,
up.
man.
And the LED is closer to the
Yeah,
top.
yeah, the logo's at the bottom. Yeah, I just don't look. So it's exactly like the MyJet I reviewed quite a while ago, just a little bit different. So at the bottom you've got a little silicon thing, your two gold-plated contacts, and that's your little pod system, your little cartridge. Don't use your teeth. I just like to use my teeth because I'm lazy and don't have fingernails. That little bladder thing, silicon thing, pops out. They give you a bottle. I think it's 15 mils. Pretty sure it's 15 mils.
Thereabouts.
Yeah, give or take. And literally, you put your needle in the hole. You
Put it in
squeeze.
sideways.
Yeah,
Put
see,
it in sideways.
I always angle it in and then try and get it past that wick, because that wick gets in the way. And literally just... Oh, no, I lost it. Typical.
You got to hold it sideways so that you don't get an air gap.
Literally just fill it. I've never had an issue with it vertical either. Nice stealth mouth to lung for the stock. Dude, exactly. This thing here, dude, would be it. This is like 29, 20 something.
26? 26? 29.
Vapourium. Oh shit, I just dropped all my box mods on the floor. Actually, it was on the table, but still. You know, those are my babies. Daniel, they are, let's go to starter kits on the Vapourium website. They are $26.90, so $27 give or take. This, man.
They do come with 2 pods as well.
If you held that in, you're going to have no vape showing at all. I'll do a proper, you know, what you would do at the stock cars. You know, it's gone. No vape. I would recommend like getting 6, maybe 9 milligram if you are like a 3 mig vapor. I'm running 3 mig in this and it feels like pretty much nothing. Oh my god, those birds, I'm gonna kill them.
On my end.
Yeah. I love them.
Don't worry, that's
Dude,
why
I'm
I have 3
so
cats.
jealous, man.
Why? It's fucking freezing out here, dude. I've got
bet,
no
dude.
hoodie on.
This honestly could be the one for you, Daniel. Like, I'm not a big fan of these small kind of pen looking things at all. But this
The flavor on this, dude.
has... You
I'm-
beat me to it. The flavor
I'm
on it.
using this. I'm using this, and the flavor is coming through like perfectly. It's the same as, almost the same as what I get on this. So, just a lot colder, obviously.
Exactly. The other big thing, Daniel, is the price of the coils for this frickin' thing. You know, when I think of, like, these little pod systems, expensive as shit. Like, the MyJet was quite pricey for the 5-packs. This is $16 or $15.90 for a 5-pack. Can't go wrong.
And that 5-pack of coils is 5-pack of tanks as well, and they are reusable tanks.
Yeah. I've only been using this tank with the same juice in it. Like, I've got three coils on the go, 3 tanks. It is called...
It's the Warlock Peas. P-E-A-S, not P-E-E-S, even though that's what it sounds like.
Warlock Peas.
It comes up as ROF vape.
Once again, Daniel, I'll make it easier for you.
Gotta plug that link.
Daniel, bam. Plug that link, dude. Peep that link. Peep it. I must admit, like, as I said, mouth-to-lung devices, obviously you guys would have seen on the show when I tried to drill out the airflow on an iCare and drilled my finger. But this thing, the airflow on it is spot on. It's enough airflow. You can almost get, like, a direct-to-lung. It's like a restrictive direct-to-lung kind of hit. I don't know if you've been doing it direct to lung, Tom, or mouth, but...
Bit of both, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just to test it. But I'd say it's much better than the iCares, to be honest, because, like I was saying before, it's that on an iCare, when you want to change juices, you have to basically empty your tank, generally change your coil if you don't want that other flavor to come through, and so on and so forth. With this, all you do, pop out the pod, have a second flavor, pop the second pod in, and you can have multiple flavors on the
go. Here we go. There's 2 pods, both filled with juice. That's the tobacco menthol, and this is, I think, melon panacea from Vapourium as well.
It's as easy as that. Like, it's very, very easy.
And, like, literally, if you're lazy and you don't want to carry around the bottle of juice, you just have 5 cartridges in your pocket. Sounds a bit worse than, you know, carrying around a bottle, but, you know, some people like to switch it up during the day. Done.
Exactly. You can have something for the morning, something for the midday, something for the afternoon.
And even better, if you've got, like, a Sharpie or something, you can just write on the piece that's going to be covered what it is.
That way you know what it is, yeah.
I did find when I first got it, the only negative gripe I had, when I first got it out of the package, trying to pull that out, it was so tight. That's the only, like, if you're a first time, you know, you're a little old lady, you're 60 odd, you've lost all the strength in your hands, and you get this, and you sit there and you just, you know, it doesn't come out that easily for the first couple of times. After a while, it's just...
After that, it's easy. It's just because the pods themselves need to kind of...
break in,
If you put a new pod in there as well, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Put the new pod in, it's quite tough to get out.
I just love it how, like, let's say you want the P matching the same way, both sides. Boom, look. You flip it around and it looks like a pea pod. I'm guessing that's why they called it the P's. You know, it looks like a pea pod.
I thought it was because the Warlock likes peeing.
So, correct, Tom. 2 amp fast charge. It does have a 400 milliamp battery built in. I've been using this all day since about 8:30 this morning. Off and on with other devices at work. But I literally charged this probably... When did you go out, Tom?
Like an hour ago.
Like 6 o'clock?
Yeah.
I put that on charge at 6 o'clock, pulled it off charge at 7:15ish. Good to go. 2 amp fast charge,
man.
At 400 milliamp. Like, that's easy.
That's not long. Yeah, that's not long at all.
Other big thing to note, 10 watts maximum. So that's at full charge, it'll hit 10 watts. Then it'll start obviously deteriorating with the battery. It'll try and keep up to that much as it can. 1.5 mil pod capacity. So those little tanks, 1.5 mils.
I still have not refilled this one.
I just refilled it.
I've been using it all day.
And it was half. So you can get a full day. I mean, comes down to your use. That's the main thing. If you're going to sit there and chain on it, you're probably going to go through it a bit faster. Battery life's not going to last all day.
And you're going to burn coils.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, flavor, as Tom said, great. Size of it, great.
It does handle 70-30 as well.
Yeah.
Really well.
Well, what's Panacea? Panacea 70-30, isn't it?
Possibly.
E-liquids. Let me look on e-liquids.
Because, I mean, the whole reason it can handle that stuff, is because, I don't know if it's going to pick it up, it probably won't, but the cotton in there is actually fairly big and spread out on both sides, so it handles it quite well.
Lol, my boss just messaged me. Shit, just got back home to Wi-Fi. Love Wi-Fi, man. I ran out of data on the way home whilst I was trying to message Tom screenshots. When which I might touch on later if Tom allows me to conversate about that. Once again, I need to look
This is
this
gonna be a
up.
short show, man.
Yeah, it is. It is indeed.
So you may as well talk about it.
Yeah, it doesn't actually say if it's 70/30. Damn it. So all you Rotor Vapors out there, I will be typing a petition pretty much straight after the show. Within reason, this is probably the first major call to arms other than what happened in Taranaki area. But they have just the Rotor Council, Rotor Lakes Council, has just released on the 1st of November that they are preparing for their second rollout of the Smoke-Free Environments Act, which is great. I totally agree with a lot of it until they start. Wait, where is it? Now I've got to find it. So pretty much they state that they're going to make certain areas like skate parks, sports grounds, bus shelters smoke-free, and public spaces smoke-free, including where they do like markets. So the Sunday market in Rotor is quite popular, and that's on a main street, where they shut off a main street. So that is technically, they're kind of looking at it as a way of getting vaping out of CBD by the looks of it. The way it's kind
Well,
of
you didn't
worded.
mention that.
It's quite vague. It is very, very vague what they're saying.
Well, it says the use. It says the use of
e-cigarettes.
the use of
It's
e-cigarettes and
electronic cigarettes alike. Like in general, it's a really, really broad statement.
Yeah.
I've talked to Nancy Avka. Nancy has given me pretty much everything I need to walk up to the council tomorrow and let her go, this is why you shouldn't do it. But I was having a yarn to Nancy, and I said, you know, what else can I do? And she pretty much just said, do a petition. And that's totally, you know, a bit smarter than one man fighting an army. Why not fight an army with an army? So I will actually post this everywhere, so I don't care if you guys aren't Rotor Vapors. If you want to sign it, sign it. The more words on there, the better.
The biggest thing, reading over it quickly of what you sent me, them saying that they don't want it, you know, in front of buildings and so on and so forth. In a way, I kind of agree with that.
Yeah, same. There are
anyway,
certain...
I mean, if you're using a tiny fucking, you know, like a peas or something like that, you shouldn't be, you know, too concerned. But if you're there ripping fat clouds outside of a business, or ripping fat clouds outside of like a restaurant, not a bar, but like a restaurant, it's not really what us as vapors should be doing.
Exactly.
We should be really conscious of the people around us.
As we've said before, like, we are very we're a young organization, we're a young, you know, industry. But the thing is, it's not the fact that we're a young industry, it's the fact that we're an unstable industry. The government can, you know, swing no nicotine in the next month. They could go all for it.
The biggest thing
right there on that pinnacle.
The biggest thing is if the government sees a bunch of fuckwits blowing fat clouds outside of restaurants, like proper restaurants, or blowing fat clouds, you know, outside a supermarket or something like that, they're going to say, well, the research isn't, you know, confirmed about all this stuff, so we're going to ban it because you guys look like douchebags doing that outside of a supermarket and all that stuff.
And I agree with the protection of kids. There is a part where it's like, you know, I agree because of the fact that we don't want kids doing this. This wasn't designed for, you know, 13-year-olds to pick up.
It's monkey see, monkey do. You know, like, whatever they see, and they'll be like,
they'll imitate.
Blowing fat clouds, they're going to be like, oh, mate, I want to do that. You know, like, I want to be a fog machine. But that's not what we need to... Yeah, but that's not what we should strive for. What we should strive for is conforming to... Well, don't get me wrong. Blow fat clouds at home. Blow fat clouds at your mate's place. All that kind of shit. As long as you're allowed. At events, at bars, it's all right. You know, so on and so forth. But if you're going to be blowing fat clouds anywhere else in public, I think you should invest in a small device if you really, you know, if you need to vape on your way to wherever. You know, blow fat clouds in your car. I don't give a shit. But it's when you're in
public eye. That's what it is.
When you're in public, use something like this, like an eye care, something with really, really minimal clouds, but you're still getting your nicotine fix.
Yeah.
That's
And
how we should be looking at it.
that's why I like this thing. This is what I take when I'm on my break at work. This comes with me because I can take a couple puffs, walk down the street. If I need to hold it in because there's a person walking past, I'll fucking hold it in, and then there'll be no vapor produced. Like, simple as that. Whereas if I'm walking down the street, like, looking like a spastic,
But that person behind you is just not gonna. They're gonna. The biggest thing as well is we're in an industry where people are clueless. Like, public is clueless.
Yeah,
on
there's
what
not
it is,
enough
what it's
education
gonna do to
yet.
you. Yeah, it's not. Like, for the public to inform themselves. Firstly, they look at the media. The media is not making a good thing about it. So, it's again, like, if you're blowing fat clouds, that person behind you who's walking behind you gets a face full, they're not going to fucking be happy with that.
No, it's...
I wouldn't be. Personally, I wouldn't.
I agree with, like, Anaru. My issue is, that we shouldn't... There's obvious places we shouldn't vape. That's totally right. Like, I agree with no playgrounds in that sense because, children are there. You don't want, like, 13, 14-year-olds saying, oh, he's blowing fat clouds, I'm going to go buy a vape. And then go to the local coin save or wherever and buy a frickin' vape for, like,
or
$20.
Or get an 18-year-old to go buy it for them.
All that, yeah.
And I agree as well that I personally don't want to see any anti-vaping signs ever made because then, like he said, it'll make it so much harder to tell someone you should try vaping when they walk down the street and all they see is anti-vaping signs. You know what I mean?
I mean, even like
it'd be terrible.
Me and Nancy were having a conversation earlier, and she was saying that the DHBs are quite anti-vape at this point, and obviously they're the ones pushing their information onto the councils, all the public forums in that way. And the thing is, if we can't step in at either side, so I'm actually going to take the petition to both the health board and the local council. I'll sit down with the Mayor, Stevie Chadwick, good friend of the family, so hopefully she'll actually listen. But we are yet to see what is going to happen with this. I will definitely keep you guys posted, both on the show as well as on like all the Facebook groups if you are a part of them. The main place that will be kept up to date would be the Rotovegas page. Rotovegas Vapors, which is obviously concerning the Rotorua people. I think there's only like 80 to 90 people on there at the moment, but that'll be where
it's
most
growing
of it goes.
every day.
Yeah.
It's growing every day, and it's the same as what we talked about with Old Clouded. It's like we're in an industry where legitimately every day, even though we don't know it because we don't see them on the Facebook pages because they don't necessarily want to, go on the Facebook pages. There's thousands of people joining every day. There's thousands of people doing the switch every day.
Yeah. Do you guys want a quick live on the bigger pages? Too Cool Arms. I'm gonna probably do that as well. I have posted on pretty much every single page, including the AVCA public forum page of the what's happening here. And then as soon as I've sat down and written this petition in pretty much the best way I can, then I'll post it, possibly go live in as many pages as I can, and we'll go from there. I mean, obviously what Avca did for the Naki and what the Vapors did for the Naki is a good bit of evidence that, well, okay, that's crazy. So that's a good bit of evidence that we can kind of fight what the council's doing, because we are the people who kind of elect them. If you're over 18 and you're vaping, obviously. If you're minor and vaping, please stop vaping. You guys are kind of screwing us over right now.
The thing is, Cam, it's the whole principle, right? Like, kids are fascinating,
curious
people.
They're curious.
Yeah. But it's not just that. You tell a kid not to touch a heater, he's going to go touch that heater. Yeah. And the only way they're going to learn is by getting burnt. And, like, there's so much you can say to a kid about not vaping and so on and so forth. Like, I have a 12-year-old brother, and, like, talking to him about vaping, because he knows a lot about it because of me and all that stuff, he knows a shitload about it, but I definitely have ingrained into them that it is an over 18 product.
It's an adult thing,
and that it's an adult thing, and it's not necessarily something that you have to do at all. Like, it's not a part of, just because you see someone vaping, don't go start vaping.
Yeah.
Unless you've been smoking, in which case then do so, which is really hypocritical of me, because I started vaping when I stopped, stopped. I stopped smoking when I was 18 years old. I started vaping when I was 20. So,
yep.
It was 2 years where I had not touched a cigarette. I had not smoked, and I picked it up as a hobby side of things. So it's quite hypocritical of me saying that, but it does make sense, if you don't need to do it in the sense of, like, if you don't smoke, so on and so forth, just don't. Easy as that. And then if you see kids who are telling you about vaping and all that kind of stuff, just tell them to bugger off, and that's 18 only,
Yeah, definitely, Abe. I mean, that's scary that they have a go on their nan's one. That's
yeah. I mean, if the kids are there and their parents are around, tell their parents they shouldn't be allowing that, because that all it takes is one tiny town's media catching word of it. It gets out, we're all fucked.
Yeah.
So if the parents are around, tell them, just the parents are going to be easier to educate than the kids are.
Yeah, definitely, because with kids, obviously, one ear in one ear out the other, normally when it comes to safety or anything like that. Whereas if you talk to an adult or their parents, it's a bit easier. But yeah, definitely I will keep you guys posted. Anaru, I might hit you up with a bit of questions about what I need to put in it. My 6-year-old stepson asked me why I vape and says, yeah. See, Daniel, that's valid though. Like, you did something stupid. We all smoked. We've all been in that boat, and now we're fixing it.
I think at the end of the day, that's one good approach of doing it. But at the end of the day, that's not why we vape.
Yeah,
I mean, because
Daniel,
it's healthier.
You literally could, like, if he does have a decent attention span. I mean, 6-year-old, a little bit shaky, but you could actually explain within reason. But keep it simple.
Probably not going to go pick up a vape.
Yeah. I mean,
and if you have kids in the house, keep your vape well away from where they.
Well, it's like his name's John. I don't know if you saw John from Rotor's post the other day, but he was at the pools with his kids, and not to go too briefly into it, one of the kids' friends had a vape. I just 2, one or the other, and John took it off him. John explained to him why he did it, why he vapes, all that sort of thing, and yeah, like, that's the thing, is if you see kids vaping, go up to them, ask them what the hell they're doing, knock some sense within reason, obviously within reason, and if their parents are around, take that vape to their parents. Like, we don't need negative media right now. We are fighting a very, very long battle, not just in where I live, but all around the country.
All around the world.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, all around the world.
Anyway, Cam, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty keen to wrap this up.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
getting
nice little
here,
short.
ready to cut glass.
It's nippy. just a bit. But yeah, that was just a quick little 40-minute show. If you guys do have questions, as we said many a time, hit us up on the Facebook page, hit us up on the Discord, personal messages, just throw them at us. Pretty much
find a way.
I vape constantly. Answer vape questions constantly. Just keep them flowing in, boys and girls, obviously. But yeah, that was just a short little show from us. We'll catch you next week, hopefully, if Tom's not moving to another damn house.
Never again, man. Not after that. Never again. This will be where I die. Like this right here is where I die. I'm gonna die in this house. I'm happy with
that view, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah, mate. Fucking.
As that sun setting, damn. But yeah, catch you guys later. Thank you for tuning in. I would say we'd go out on Warlock clouds, but
I don't want to pee.
But yeah, we will Everything's on top of the cupboard, including exactly, man. Anaru, I'll hit you up after the show as well, just for a quick yarn. Catch you guys later. Abe, thanks for watching. Everyone else, thanks for watching. We'll
Cheers,
catch you
guys.
next week if Tom's not moving.
With
He
a
better not.
bit better setup.
With a P, as well as some juice to talk about. So, till next week, guys. Catch you later.
Laters.